In this video tutorial, we're going to look at the SpeedGrader, or the tool which helps you assess the collected learning that your students have submitted. So first of all, what I do is I decide what it is that I want to grade. Is it a discussion? Is it a quiz? What is it? It might even be easier to go back to the actual content areas of your course and say, students submitted an assignment in a particular spot. So how you get to the graded work is totally up to you. So if I go to Module 2, for example, and maybe I want to read the reflections. I want to assess the reflections. So once you get into a graded activity, and remember, graded activity is a discussion board, an assignment, or a quiz. Then you will notice that on the left side of the screen you have something called SpeedGrader. And when you click on the SpeedGrader, it takes you into the tool which allows you to navigate through the submitted content fairly quickly. So you'll notice up here at the top I can move from student to student to student very quickly. Second thing I can do with the students is I can grade on the right column here. So in this case, Jose Campo, my test student, hasn't submitted anything. I can automatically grade it. I can add a comment. And what is even nicer is I can attach a file, so if I had an example or a rubric or something like that, but I can also attach media content. Media content could be if you have a webcam on your computer, you could do an audio, video recording back to them, or you could just do a straight audio. And once you've done that, you click submit, and then that submits it, and then you can move on to the next student. So it's very quick to move through each of your students. You'll notice here that at the very top I have the word gradebook or course home. So if I wanted to go back to the gradebook, I could slip quickly back into the gradebook, which we looked at part A in this particular module, and this looks familiar to you. So perhaps I want to assess one of the discussion forums. So I could come over here to the far side, Module 3 discussion board. I'll go ahead and click on it. And when I'm in this, you'll notice on a discussion, which is a little different, is you get this pretty long running record of posts, which gets quite out of control quickly. So what I discovered was that on any one of the posts, I'll just start with the first one, you will notice that there's a gear shift in the right corner of the post. So I click on that, and then I choose Open SpeedGrader in the menu selection, and it takes me into the SpeedGrader for this particular discussion post. Now I really like this because part of our assignments in this course is not only do you have to post, but you have to reply. And so I can see at a very quick glance that this particular student has not only posted and when they posted, but they replied to 2 other people. Now you'll notice in a discussion post, I've asked you to use what I call value added norms. Always greet the person you're posting to, and always end with your greeting. The reason why I do this is, 1, it acknowledges the person, it's out of respect, but 2, for me, the instructor, when I grade it, I can tell who they responded to, and I can go back and read deeper into that discussion if I wanted to. So this SpeedGrader is really, really handy, makes grading discussion forums super quick, and I can get back and forth into my course environment or my gradebook very, very quickly. Now I'm not going to go over the Crocodoc particular tool for our 5-point TLC, but I encourage you to use your generic student and submit some kind of written work and then investigate that Crocodoc tool, because I think that would be a powerful tool for language arts, social studies, those kind of particular assignments where you're asking kids to submit multiple copies of a particular end product. For example, a rough draft. You can get a lot of leverage online and quicker feedback, and I think it's going to be a wonderful tool once we begin to implement it with our students. All right, thanks for joining me. See you in the next tutorial.